Hello everybody, my name is Waddles, and you know what they say, if it's at an 8, we like to make it 10. So, I'm actually back on the Bedrock Edition for this video. I haven't been over here on this version of the game for maybe a week or so now. So, it looks like the Village and Pillage update is now finally right around the corner. But that doesn't mean that both versions of the game, Java and Bedrock, have all of the same features. Today, I thought it would be fun to take a look at some of the Village and Pillage features that the Bedrock Edition of the game is actually missing. So, that's the plan. As always, if you like the video, drop a like and subscribe. Also, a big exciting news, the join button has finally launched on my channel, so if you really like what I do, check out that join button. You can become a member and get some cool perks that I think you can check out on my member tab. So, on to feature number 1 of today's video. To check out this feature, we will need to, unfortunately, put the villagers at a little bit of risk. This feature has to do with the raids, actually, and something that actually makes them a whole lot easier. So, this is a raid, a group of pillagers, and on the Java Edition, players can ring a bell, and all of the raid members will get highlighted with a really nice spectral effect, and that does not happen over here. Like, no matter what. It never happens, and that's really, really weird in my opinion. You see, this might be a hot take, but usually the Bedrock Edition is a little easier than the Java Edition. You can, like, spam hit on Bedrock and everything like that, and yeah, this whole not being able to locate the raiders feature is definitely a little weird in my opinion. I absolutely love the spectral effect that the raiders get when you ring a bell, and I really hope that that feature makes its way over onto the Bedrock Edition, because when I try and take on these raids in creative mode, sometimes I lose track of a pillager or something like that, so I can only imagine how much harder it would be if I was, not flying, to, keep my eyes on all of the raid members, always. Now, I'm gonna kind of have to leave the villagers on their own for the rest of this one, because we're moving on to feature number 2 now. Missing feature number 2 is a smaller feature, but a really, really weird one in my opinion to be missing. This one has to do with the Wandering Trader llamas. They behave slightly different on this version of the game, and it's weird. So, here's a hostile mob. Usually on Java Edition, these llamas would be freaking out and spitting at the husk, trying to get rid of it, because the llamas defend the trader. But on this version of the game, you can see that the llamas literally don't care, and the husk lost interest because he can't see the villager, so that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, the llamas don't actually defend the villager. If the villager is hurt before it drinks the potion, then the llamas will start firing at the husk, but if the husk never sees the Wandering Trader, the llamas just don't care. So that really means that these llamas are not for defense or anything like that. They are just for, I guess, company. It's really odd, and I feel like the llamas being extra aggressive just kind of makes sense. Otherwise, we're just going to have constantly invisible Wandering Traders all around the world. That's weird. Okay, feature number 3. This one is a little larger. I'd like to show you, of course, the cornflower, and then I'll show you the lily of the valley, right? And then the wither rose. Yeah, there is absolutely no wither rose on this version of the game. We can go in the menu and try and search it, and yep, it is just not here. It doesn't exist, which is really, really weird. So, for a little reference, the cornflower and the lily of the valley were both added in the Bedrock 1.9 update. So we've had both of these features for quite some time, and no sign of the wither rose. And something that honestly throws me off even more is the silence around the lack of the wither rose. So, I mean, sure, right, it's pretty hard to get, so maybe it's not that big of a feature, but it is a neat feature. It's the only flower that can actually hurt somebody, and also, I guess, the only flower that actually does something in the game, and I just haven't seen that much attention about the lack of the wither rose, and there's no sign of it quite yet, even in the 1.11 beta, so completely missing. It's really, really weird. Now, yeah, maybe it's not that useful. We do have the magma block, which pretty much does the same thing, but still, it's not here, and it's an odd one. For feature number 4, I need you to take a look at these beautiful, beautiful banners. And side note, the brick one looks really, really good. I don't know, it just looks really cool. But yep, so take note of those, and then here are the rest of the patterns. And we are actually missing a really, really cool pattern, and that is the globe banner pattern. The Bedrock Edition does not have the relatively new globe banner pattern. Sliding on over to the Java Edition to check this one out, right in front of us is that missing pattern that I'm talking about. Now, I think it's a globe. It's called the globe pattern, but it's kind of a cube. But yeah, the pattern is actually relatively useful, it seems, within the banner pattern design community. Yeah, I'm not sure why that sounded so weird, but basically I've seen quite a few banner designs, like a grass block, a dirt block, sadly a diorite block, and all of those banner designs use this pattern. Sure, the pattern is a smaller feature, but it is also a really cool feature. In my opinion, this is just a cool design anyways, so hopefully this eventually makes it over to the Bedrock Edition. And finally, I'm absolutely sure you saw this one coming, but the fox. The fox is probably the biggest village and pillage feature that is still unmentioned and missing on the Bedrock Edition of the game. You see, this one surprises me too, because the fox was one of the big features that fans voted for in the Minecon 2018 fan vote. I'm sure there must just be some difficulties with the AI or something like that, but yeah, no fox over here quite yet. And oh man, is the fox really, really cool. It not only looks really awesome, remember, no fox hate on this channel if you remember that, but it jumps, it harvests berries, it has some really interesting behaviors with holding items, so it's just all around a cool mob. I'm pretty sure the fox will eventually come over to Bedrock Edition. I guess it's just a question as to when. Will it be in the 1.11 update? I sure hope so. But that just about wraps up 5 of the biggest village and pillage features that are missing on the Bedrock Edition as of the recording of this video. Do keep in mind that the update is still, being developed, so maybe, by the time you're seeing this, some of these features are on the Bedrock Edition. Do you know of another feature that is missing? If you do, throw that down in the comments below. Drop a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. If you love what I do, maybe consider becoming a channel member or checking out my Patreon. I've been having a lot of fun streaming on Twitch lately as well, so maybe check out my Twitch link and drop a follow over there, only if you're interested. My name is Waddles. Thank you very much for watching. Go have a good day. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.